Mesdames et messieurs, ça me fait plaisir de pouvoir faire appel maintenant à quelqu'un qu'on ne connaît pas, qu'on va connaître ce soir. C'est le plus jeune membre de la famille Farha, une famille unie, aimante, qui cède et qui va continuer toujours à céder. Alors, s'il vous plaît, mettez vos mains ensemble pour Matthew Ieraci.
My name is Matthew Ronald Ieraci, and although I never met my Uncle Ron, I carry him in my middle name and in my heart. I know firsthand the family's pain in losing a family member way before their time. When my Uncle Ron was diagnosed with AIDS, it was at a time when people didn't even know how to prevent the disease. Most people didn't even know how the virus was contracted. It was a brand new disease. Today, we know a lot of things. Here we are more than 30 years after patient 1, and the medical world knows everything there is to know in order to prevent HIV and AIDS. But the one thing we don't know is the cure. With this information, we can erase the disease from the face of the earth. Having lost somebody really close to me to this disease that I've never even met, but feel him around me all the time, I'd like to do my share in order to make sure that nobody else needlessly falls to this disease that is entirely preventable. Another thing we know about preventing this disease is that it takes education. People need to know what they need to do in order to stay healthy, and in return, we will one day see a world without AIDS. I was curious about how much people actually know about AIDS. So I went to the streets and I decided to ask. This experience really confirmed my suspicion that there are so many myths about AIDS out there. AIDS isn't a big deal. You just pop a pill or two and life goes on. AIDS is too far from my reality for it to be a concern in my life. And this is probably the most dangerous one. AIDS only happens to gay people or IV drug users. How true is all this? How much do people really know? If AIDS is preventable, that's only true if you know where your risks are. Did you know that the Quebec government cuts funding for sex ed programs back in 2005? They have delegated this role to gym teachers, math teachers, and history teachers. They expect them to teach sex ed to their students. Most of you here tonight are parents and grandparents, and I assume that many of you are not comfortable teaching all there is to know about sex to your children. I was lucky enough to be in a high school whose sex ed program was in part funded by the Farha Foundation. We were taught by a health educator over several classes per year. I'd like to do my part in order to make sure that a sex ed program like this can be present in every English and French, private and public school. The only way to avoid tragedy is with education. As Quebec's largest AIDS fundraisers, the Farha Foundation has granted more than $1.4 million to education programs. Know that the money you donate here will continue to go to a good use. I carry my Uncle Ron in my heart. I wish that I could have dinner with him, go out for a walk with him, or simply call him when I need advice from an uncle. But I can't do that. I hope that my efforts here can help other families avoid a preventable tragedy. Thank you a lot for being here and supporting the foundation. Enjoy your night. Thank you.